Everybody, Brian back here with a look at Kaspa. We're going to take a look at the rest of the market here, see if we have any hope of any type of rebound or retracement. It's been pretty much straight down, right? I mean, take a look at this total 3 chart. I mean, whew, straight down. We're right now hitting a major support area. I've actually poked a couple holes through it here. So we're going to take a look at that. In fact, right now, we'll zoom in on this right now. We come in on a daily. Let's take a look here. Right? What do we got going on in here? Yeah, you can see it trying to make some kind of a bounce here, right? Um, this trend line is definitely 100% accurate. Let's even make it, let's go to a 1. Make it a little bit tighter. You can see we got 1, 2, 3 touches here, right? Trying to get a bounce off here. This is the total 3 market cap, and this is all your crypto except Bitcoin and Ethereum. And if you take a trend line down through here, right on top, you can see it trying to make a bounce up through here, right? I mean, it's broke the trend line for sure. If you pull this out, 100% legit trend line. In fact, it should be in just a little bit tighter. Right in about there. You got the daily trying to peak up out of here and make a little bit of a run. Do we get a little bit of a run back up? The RSI on the daily down here at the bottom, it's oversold for sure. I mean, it's down to 45. Right about in the middle down here, a little bit below the middle. Been down there for quite a while. Go the whole way back. Wow, the whole way. Geez, last time it was above there was what we got? Beginning of October. It's the last time the RSI went above 50 on the daily. Look at this. It's been below it the whole time. So, if it could get above 50, that might be a little bit of a decent sign, right? Bearish divergence all through here, and the big run down. On a weekly, right down at the bottom, you got your relative strength index at the bottom, out on a monthly, looking bearish, straight down here. But the daily and the weekly, they're trying to do something, right? It's trying to get some kind of a retracement here, which would be definitely good for the market. I mean, we didn't, if you go off this top, look at this. I mean, it barely even snuck by, setting new all-time highs, right? Kind of odd, really odd. That's the total 3. If you come over and take a look at the total market, let's take a look at the 2. The total 2, boy, right on a trend line here too, right? I mean, you got this massive outside trend line, but on the inside, if we get this off here, clear this up just a little bit here. I'm going to see what we got going on here. It's still kind of, it's holding, really. I mean, the real trend line is way down here, right? But look at that, just a wick through. Barely a new all-time high. The total market cap, that's the one that ran, right? Look at that. Up to a almost a full extension, up to a 1618. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it's 7 waves in this one, and this one is breaking here. Take a look. That one is breaking support for sure. You got the monthly coming down. The weeklies were right at the bottom. But you can see the 5 waves here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like a 5th wave down coming. The daily getting near the top, right up there. If we put let's take a look here. Let's put a trend line on this. Especially out on a daily like this, it'd be a good one to check, right? See if anything's going on at all. Really, it should be back right about there, right? If you come from the top, check this. I guess it would be in there, you know. So we'll see what happens, right? But the total market cap, it's definitely broken, broken this trend line for sure. The total two kind of hanging in there, and the total three, looks maybe like it's going to try to make a little bit of a run back up. Be nice to see some kind of bounce here, right? Relief rally, run back up for sure. If we come up here and take a look at, let's take a look at a couple things here. Been a minute since I did videos. If you would hit that like and subscribe, I'd appreciate that very, very much. Look at gold. My buddy has a ton of silver. I mean, more than probably anybody has seen in their life out there. I mean, he has an absolute smashing pile of it. Let's get that off there. Look at this, right up through 618. It's done a full extension. I remember people laughing at me, back in here when I said gold was going to go, up to $3,000. Now look at it, 44. It's that 45. Yeah, 45. Wow, that's absolutely mad. Look at the monthly RSI. Absolutely oversold. Way up there. Weekly. Weekly wants to try to make another run. No bearish divergence here. Oh yeah, a little bit right here. Get this high and a lower high coming in there. It's getting very, very oversold though. You know what I'm saying? The silver, that's one. It's absolutely blowing my mind right now. Unbelievable. I had some silver, regretting getting rid of it now. I remember messaging my buddy when it was up here, right up in here, up in the Fibonacci levels. The retracement levels up $38. Look at this thing, unbelievable. $82, $83. That's unreal. In the last month, it's gone, from 56 to 83. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. I'm kind of really shocked. Look at the RSI at the bottom. Talk about oversold. I mean, it is absolutely way up in there. And the weekly, no bearish divergence on it here. Might go higher. It's getting really oversold though. Really is. The daily, look at this. Pretty hard, pretty high. Probably looking for a correction here pretty soon for sure. I mean, it's absolutely getting very, very high, up through the 1618. Is it that'd be crazy if it hits $100, wouldn't it? I guess it's absolutely possible, huh? People, running the safe havens, gold, silver, platinum, all that stuff, running to the safe stuff, which, can't really blame them, I guess, right? Pretty crazy out there. Let's take a look here at Bitcoin dominance, see what's going on. And if you want to get a couple nice trades this week, if you want to come join us and trade with us, it's a level 3 membership in the description of the video. We've got a pile of people over there, man. Would love to have you. Nailed a couple nice trades. Lost one today. Did a 5x on one last night. So we do fairly well. To pay for your membership, all you'd have to do is win one trade a month. You know what I mean? It's definitely worth it, man. We got people over there posting trades every day and posting charts. Some really, really good people in there. And happy birthday, Rizzy. Good young man, 20 years old. Great trader in there every single day, nailing it. Really good young man. All right, so that's a level 3 membership over in the description of the video. Let's take a look at this now. We got Bitcoin dominance. All right, the monthly is at the bottom. The RSI, the weekly, at the top. Look at it down here. I mean, is this thing gonna smash up through? That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? It smashes up through the top. I just can't see that happening. You would think it would have to come down. I mean, holy Holy cow. You know, last time it was even in these areas was 2021. Right here. You know, and time before that was, you know, we have here 2020, 2019, and 2017. You know, the last time it was this high. It's still really high. You know, here's the bear market through here, right? Down through here, right back over here. Bear market, you know. Then you start going into your bowl. You know, that's what it did here into the bowl. You know, and our alt season down through here. Um, just have to see how long. You know, of course, you see over here, look how long it stayed up in here before it finally dropped. You know, just got up into that area. It was up in there. Let's see. Right here. You know, once it finally got up there, it was in there before it dropped. What? 700 days. Yeah, that's 2 years. Yeah, some. I mean, this got up here, right? Right around here. I mean, it's still up there. We're going on, what, 400 days? 700 would put it way out there. September of 2026. You know, if it did something similar and stayed up there that long, who knows? I don't know. We've been looking for a breakdown for sure, right? I mean, that's the main goal here as an alt season. Are we going to get one? I don't know. No, really don't. This just been a weird cycle, right? Absolutely strange. One good thing is it's broken this support, and if this thing does come collapsing down, you know, that's what we're looking for. Obviously, we'll have to see what happens with this. As far as where's it out on any fib levels right now, you know, that sometimes that can tell you a lot. You know, it's come up and hit a 702 right there. You got rejected off of that, but not telling us a whole lot, right? Even on Fibonacci levels, out on a weekly, you have close to a 382 there. You know, on the weekly. Want to see it roll over here though, right? Don't want to see it head up any higher than where it's at now. Really, you know, want to see this thing break down. Let's go over here and take a look at Bitcoin now. Charts are pretty crazy right now. You know, you got the Dow Jones and everything, the Dow, the S&P 500, all that stuff, man. It's just so far, you know. Look at the Dow Jones, right? Let's go out on a monthly here and look at this trend line. All right, look at this thing. I mean, you know, when does a big collapse come, right? This thing's done a full 4.236 extension. The monthly still heading up, you know. The RSI looks pretty decent with it, right? The weekly still heading up. You know, does this mean Bitcoin might have a little bit left in it? I don't know. You know, yeah, it's, you know, not as per new all-time high, but as far as, you know, retracement, we come over here. All right, obviously we all seen the breakdown here, you know, from this trend line. You know, I was looking for a run back up for a 4, you know, and then a 5 down. We come out on a weekly. You know, this is the last thing I put in here. You know, got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see here. Let's take a measurement with this. We get a 382 on these. Yeah, look at that. It's exactly where it stopped on a 382. You know, looking more and more, honestly, like a fifth wave down to me. Really is. That fifth wave down would give Bitcoin a target. Yeah, there you go. 72. 72. You know, yeah, that's where that would put it. You know, and then do we get a bounce back up? Very possible. You know, you could end up seeing something like this. Get that 5 wave down, right? Down to 72. And then, all right, say it does go down to 72 down here, right? down to 72. Then we get a run up to 618 and then a roll over. That'd be that AB. Where would they put this thing? That's 71, right? Just trying to see something here. 72.2, that's pretty close. Yeah, maybe it does come down, then a run back up, a relief rally, then a final rollover. We'll just have to see what happens. The weekly RSI, right down at the very bottom. The monthly, see where the monthly's at. Monthly's still coming down, right? Your daily, still heading up, right? Still bouncing here. You got a trend line in here. This thing comes down and breaks this trend line. Then pretty good chance it's going to head lower. Like a bear flag forming down here, huh? Right down through here. This line here. Right like that. Let's get this off here. Get that off there. Hit that 382 right on the head there, though. Pretty common with a 5 waves down. This resistance through here. Look at that liquidity grab. Anybody watching trend lines got a wick up through there, grab liquidity, then pushed it right back down. But you got this wedging up in here for sure. Like a bear flag type wedge going on here, right? More than likely a push to the downside. The daily's getting close to the top. It's at 79.69, and it's probably going to roll over. Now, if Bitcoin comes up here and ends up taking out, 89,500, this thing could make a run back up here, maybe retest this trend line sooner than later, right? Back up at 100 and, 100, 102. It's very possible too. We'll have to see. And like I said, if it breaks 89.5, look for a run back up. Now, if it comes down here and takes out 85.5, it's heading down, probably heading to 72,000 bucks more likely. That would be your fifth wave down. And it's not going to happen in one day. It would take some time. Now, if we come over and look at Kaspa, this is another one here. I was expecting a relief bounce up here of some sort. This thing's still coming down until it comes up and breaks this overhead resistance here, this yellow line. Until it breaks that, there's no run back up here. Now what's it doing now? It looks, we come in, it's going to 12-hour. This is one, took a quick long on it yesterday. Ended up calling it out right around, what was it? I think around 4 or 5, I think, or so. But didn't run up a whole lot. Then the thing started rolling over. But if you take a look here, right, if we get rid of this, it's breaking this trend line, this lower trend line here, right? More than likely, very good chance what's going to happen here. Something like this. 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Fifth wave, if we do get it to the downside, right? And if it keeps dropping, this thing ends up taking out 0.0435. Very good chance it's coming down to these lower levels. Let's get a target. If you put a fib on here, oof, ugly, right? 3, 4. 12-hour, boy, right in the middle, right? Probably going to roll over, more than likely. The daily, where's daily at? Getting right near the top. The weekly, not looking real great, right? And the monthly, monthly's right at the bottom, 1.7 and a 4, it's bearish. But if you look at this 12-hour, right? I mean, it's broke this trend line. It's probably coming back up now and retesting that now as resistance, and it's probably going to roll over. Even inside here, you're probably starting 5 waves. right up here. Let's see, got a 382. Yep, 382 retracement right to the orange here. You're starting 5 waves down here probably. You know, you're gonna have 1, 2. This will probably move fairly quick. 3, 4. Let's get that off there a second. Let's get the RSI off there. You know, and then good chance of a wave down here. You know, so keep your eye on Kaspa. You know, if you're holding it or if you're in a trade, be careful. You know, I'm not saying 100% it's going to do this. You know, just keep an eye on it. Watch, draw your trend line and watch. You know, see if it takes any of that back, or if it starts breaking down here. But it's already broke the trend line itself, as you can see in here. Right, it's broken the trend line. Looks like a you know, very good possibility, anyways, of a up a run down. You know, if it comes down, especially if it takes out this low here, right at yeah, 0.0435, and it, just like I said, if it takes that low out there, then it's coming down. All right, so keep your eye on this stuff, guys. It's still trading out there, though, man. So you know, we trade no matter what, no matter if the market's going up or down. You make money leverage trading. All right, so you know, come over and trade with us. You get a big move like this. You know, say you go, I don't know, say you put $100 on this thing and go 10x leverage. You know, let's say you would 227% your money. That's on a 10x. You know, if you take a 20x, then you're 4.5x in your money. You know, that's how. You know, off one trade. This is the entries you want to get too, right here when it comes back up and retests this area as resistance. You know, that's where you want to take your trades, right up here. You know, it's retesting these closes right here now as resistance. You know, stop loss up here above this high, up above 0.045. Yeah, 0.04506, stop loss up there. Take profit down here and let her go. You know, that's a decent trade there. I got to put that out in Discord, in fact. All right, thank you so much, guys. Please hit that like and subscribe. Come trade with us if you're looking for a place to leverage trade. There's a couple links in the description of the video. Check them out, Weeks and Bitunix. Use both of them every day. Thank you so much. Have a great day, everybody.